Hello, hello, my beautiful people. Hello, hello, is Adriana back? Hello, we have Lorna and Michelle here. Hello, everyone. Happy Thursday. We are back on our pop-up conversation, and today we're going to talk about time. How do we manage time management? How do we manage our time in our crazy, busy entrepreneurial life? Because we have personal life, we have entrepreneurial life, we have so many things happening, family, and so time for ourselves. So let's dive a little bit deep. Before that, let's say hello to Lorna and Michelle. Hello, my beautiful ladies. Hello, hello, hello. And those that watching this replay or live, please comment below, say hello, let us know where you're from, and also let us know, jump in here and tell us what is your feedback and your opinion about how do you manage your time, because I'm sure we can learn from you too. So Lorna and Michelle, let's take Michelle first. Michelle, I know you one of the yours. I seen your schedule. So if anybody has seen or never seen Michelle's schedule, it's like a rainbow of like her Google is full of colors and it's marked. It's no empty space, no empty space. Everything is booked. So how do you do it, woman?
Yeah, I like to say a rainbow barfed on my Google Calendar. Um, well, I think I like to get I'm real detail oriented. And I like to, what I've been learning through various coachings and trainings that I'm in is that if you don't prioritize your time to the things that are moving you towards your goals, then you waste time or you lose time and you can't. And I'm kind of one that's always squirreling and into different things. So I find it really helpful to literally block out my time. Now, I'm not as crazy as some people. Like, I know people who get it down to the 5 minutes, but I will block out my time for assigning tasks. But I've heard people prioritize things, like that Eisenhower matrix where you go like urgent and important, or important but not urgent, like the square. Yeah, it's urgent and important, important but not urgent, urgent but not important, and neither nor urgent nor important. So you can, if you just stick to the urgent and important, quadrant, and you have times blocked off for the things that you're going to need to do. That's sort of what I do. But I also like to try and squeeze as much juice out of the orange as I can. So I often will try and leverage technology too. So like, I don't like to spend a lot of time on, as much as I'm a digital marketer, I don't like to spend a lot of time on socials. And and so, I will use technology to do the things that need to be done while I'm asleep, or, to automate as much as possible. So yeah, I'll spend, an hour programming something out and setting up, or an hour setting up automations that end up saving me time in the end. So those are sort of my things, and there's lots of cool ones, especially the social media ones though, because the tech that I put in, actually even just recently I managed to get some more time back by distributing all of my stuff across my socials automatically, and then having the bot collect all the conversations and do the first responses, so I don't have to go into each platform, read all the comments. I can just start conversations that way, and then it saves me a lot of time.
Yeah, that's hard, especially when, especially you are a mom too, so you have children. It's not just you do that like me. I don't have children, and it's totally different. Now I feel like I don't have any time. And then I'm like, how do you do it with family, with children, with so many things on top of and then you do mm, multiple things. So it's absolutely incredible. I truly admire you, and I hope one day I'm gonna be as organized as you are. I'm trying. I'm
Well,
on my path.
necessity is the mother of invention, so you got
Yeah,
to get it all done somehow, so
yeah,
just figure it out.
yeah.
You-
Lorna.
You know what's interesting, and I so relate to this aspect of, the juggling of things. And there can be that sense of, okay, here's my personal life, here's my business life, here's my self-care time, whatever. they don't. It's not that they're separate. It's they're weaving together. So this whole thing of prioritizing is really a great thing. And for me, I also find is for me to really be able to determine when are my creative times, my productive times, to be able to, in the middle of the day, to sit down and do something that's not in my natural rhythm. It's a waste of time, literally. And so for me, I find that often in my calendar, I've got 9 p.m. till 11 o'clock, and it often goes till 1, 2, or 3 is my sweet spot for just really focusing and doing things. That works well if I don't have to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning. So it's just sort of sometimes that, okay, how do I use that time as much as I can and still try to get to, sleep in good time. So those are some of the things. I like that idea of that. For myself, I'm learning more and more is what do I need right now? Because that tendency, okay, whether it's client or family or anything to do with business, it's kind of, I need to, it's just kind of like, just come back to it. I remember when I was 16 years old, there was still when I was at church, there was the preacher. And I remember his sermon he talked about the tyranny of the urgent. And sometimes what seems urgent, it's really not, like coming back to that grid, right? It's urgent, but actually it's not really that important, or that can get set aside. Or if I were to do that because it seems urgent, it would be, no, that doesn't fit with me. That's not even in alignment with my business. So I find that there's this continual piece of, it's a moving work of art, if you will, of just there. And I am, I know Michelle in our body doubling time in the morning, when we've got that time that you're doing the 15-day 15 challenge or 15 client challenge piece. That's what I'm doing, is some of the pieces of just calendarizing things so I can get it in place. And I know that's going to be, okay, it works for now. And instead of saying, okay, I didn't get it right, it's kind of like, no, things have shifted. Okay, now how do I do it? So for me, it's allowing it to be that living work of art.
Yeah, it's always adjusting every single time. I think I know when Lorna was saying, it's like, what was the topic for today? We talk time. I'm like, oh, that's the least subject I want to talk about because I suck at that.
Tell us more, Adriana. What's it like for you?
Oh, I'm like, a little bit like Michelle said, I'm like squirrel here. My brain is ADD. So I feel like I can do 20 things in the same time. And other times I don't do nothing. So that's how I am. I'm like this fluctuating of like, I'm super overproductive, where literally if you watch me, I can do 20 things in the same time. Just watch me. But then
I've seen you put out incredible amounts of work in such short times. I'm like, oh my gosh, she's a slayer. I can't keep up with that.
But then I have times where I'm like, done. Brain says, that's it, no more. It's sometimes I have to think of this idea that I'm trying to change that. I'm trying to be more organized. I'm trying to be disciplined. I block things in there, but sometimes most of the times, to be honest, I still don't keep that. I'm like, I put even in the morning, I have 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. It's my time, and I wake up, meditation, exercises. Do I do it every day? No. Do I keep my own schedule? No. If I book with someone, then you bet that I do it. But for myself, it's still lots of work in progress.
That's literally why I did the challenge, because it's like, I know I'll show up if somebody else does. And so I'm better at holding space for other people. Oh, and then I can do my stuff, right? So it is. And I like what Lorna said. It's just about finding what you do best. When I know that if I have to do very, mind focused, calculating, kind of need sharp attention tasks, that's a morning task. And if I am way better at my socializing, in the afternoons or evenings, because, that's the part of my brain that works at that time. But don't you find, though, that time passes differently, at different times, right? Like when you're in your flow time, you didn't, and you're enjoying something, it's like, no, you can be doing it and 3 hours go by and it's like no time had passed. But when you're doing something that is like, then it like takes forever.
Yes,
so
true.
true.
It's true. So what would be one, let's say, if you want to give from your own experience, one tool or feedback, or whatever is that helps you now to manage your time better. And when I talk by time, it means not just in your business, but your overall time. Because like Lorna and you, Michelle, were talking about different times. You have, times when you wind down, you have times for your family, you have times for you personally. And sometimes it's so hard to balance all of this. And I feel like it's almost an impossible task to balance everything. You always have to give up your time from something to give it to something else. And it's like this, like Lorna saying, this wavering, keep going. So it would be one tool, one tip.
Lorna,
What comes up for me is to know my why. Why am I doing it? So for example, if I don't know, like, well, what am I supposed to be doing? I can meander through hours and really not get anything done. But if I have something to do, it's just kind of like, if I know what I'm doing, my laser focus is there. So for me, it's really to get clear on why am I doing what I'm doing, or what do I need to do and why.
And for me, I'd say, and since we're in the body, mind, and soul group, having yourself well balanced and like when I do my morning routine and I do my meditation and my practices that eliminate the buzz from my system and I can get grounded and centered, that seems to help my time management flow because I'm more centered and focused. So rather than just kind of like pushing through, stopping and giving yourself that rest is actually really important for your time management because you get more done in a short period of time.
Yeah, interesting. Very good things. I will definitely gonna take notes on that.
What's yours, Adriana?
Mine is very different and crazy, is that I need someone to kick my butt. I need a deadline. I need someone to say, you better be done by this. And then my brain says like, yeah, it's okay, I have time. And then a day or two before, shit. And then I'm like going full force and then I finish it right away. But
It's true.
it's not the most healthy one, but it works, okay? For now it works. But I definitely need
Guilty.
And I'm sure everyone that's watching, I know all of these are not strange to you. I'm sure you find yourself in at least one of these situations. So we love to hear from you.
Yeah.
Maybe you have something, different tools, different tips that you can share with us and all our community. Please share it below. Let us know because we need, especially me, I need all help in the world. So
And even to comment, as we post and, as the people post, what are some of their tips and different ways of doing things, is to comment kind of, there may be something there that, wow, I hadn't thought of that. So again, to really let this be a resource where we're really supporting each other, really leaning on and into each other for support and wow, I never thought of it that way. I think a big part of it is, like with any sports, right? We have the team sports that are happening and we, teacher models something and then, okay, get up there and we coach and we learn. And it's the same thing with business. So to be able to really share our resources, that whole thing about the collaboration, the connection is we're here in this together. And so really support each other, rising together.
yes, definitely. Michelle, any last thoughts?
No, I'm gonna, there's one project management tool that popped in my head that I'll pop in the comments, but it's been a delight, ladies. Thank you very much.
Doing good.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much, my beautiful ladies. And for everyone, if you watch this in replay, comment below, let us know, say hello. And like Lorna said, just share with us. We're all looking forward to hear your own tools and learn from each other. Thank you so much, everyone. We will see you next time. And also, if you want to be part of our Connection Circle event, we have the next one in I think it's 22nd. 22nd of this month. So we will drop the link so you can register. Please, if you came before, come again, say hello, and also invite a friend with you as well. So we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye
And
all.
go out here and use your time wisely.